Domestic abuse survivors, how did your ex manipulate everyone into believing you were the monster? In my marriage, everyone saw Adam as charming, successful, and the ideal husband. No one knew he meticulously chose what clothes I wore, picking outfits that covered every inch of my skin to hide the bruises he left behind. He deleted contacts from my phone and monitored every conversation until friends stopped calling altogether. Family members slowly pulled away, believing his convincing stories that I was unstable, overly sensitive, and an unfit mother. We had 2 kids, Sarah and Jack. Adam made sure his manipulation extended to them as well, casually mentioning my supposed instability or exaggerating my smallest mistakes. Slowly, their affection turned to suspicion, and they instantly got quiet or left a room whenever I entered it. It was devastating to see my children's trust slip away from me, poisoned by Adam's lies. Then one night, Adam slammed me so forcefully against the kitchen cabinets that my vision blurred and my ears rang from the impact. His tight grip around my throat made me think that was the last time I would ever breathe. Only when he released and left me trembling and gasping for air did I realize staying meant risking my life. My heart broke as I made the impossible decision to temporarily leave Sarah and Jack behind, promising myself I'd return stronger and able to protect them. I left in the middle of the night with nothing but fresh bruises, a small bag, and a determination I didn't know still existed inside me. My heart pounded the entire way, terrified that Adam might wake up and find me gone. Eventually, I reached the home of a distant relative, someone Adam hadn't fully managed to poison against me yet. I was far from Adam, but I wasn't anywhere near feeling safe. For the first couple of weeks, every noise made me jump. Every unfamiliar face triggered panic. Slowly and carefully, I began picking up the pieces of my shattered self. I started cleaning houses to have some stability in my life, then became an assistant. I saved every cent to prepare for the custody battle I knew would come. When Adam realized I wasn't coming back, his retaliation was swift and cruel. He spread relentless lies to friends, neighbors, and even our children's school, telling them I was mentally unstable, addicted to substances, and selfishly abandoned my family. My neighbors and friends turned their backs on me. His lies made their way to my employer, and I was fired. I applied for other jobs, but they somehow all fell into his trap. Every lost job weakened my spirit. In court, Adam appeared calm, confident, and convincing, while I could hardly speak without my voice trembling. When the judge granted Adam full custody, my world crumbled completely. I spiraled into despair, feeling hopeless and terrified that I would never hold my children again. It felt like my life was over, but giving up was never an option. I found odd jobs, lived on almost nothing, and gathered evidence. A sympathetic teacher became my lifeline, updating me discreetly on my kids' welfare. Then, unexpectedly, a mutual friend who had sided with Adam reached out. She was overwhelmed by guilt after witnessing Adam's cruelty escalate, especially toward our children. She provided critical testimonies and the courage I desperately needed. With her help, I carefully gathered medical records, took hidden photographs of injuries Adam had left behind, and secured statements from friends who finally felt brave enough to speak up. The day of the court hearing, my hands shook as I faced Adam across the room. As I spoke, Adam's calm, confident demeanor started to unravel. He clenched his fist, then suddenly shouted, "She's pathetic! Do you see the lengths this woman will go to ruin me? She's always been worthless. She's lucky I stayed this long." The courtroom went quiet, and the judge interrupted. "Mr. Bennett, control yourself. You're only proving her point." Adam's mask shattered in that courtroom, and his face went white with disbelief when the judge ruled in my favor, stripping him of custody and exposing his true nature to everyone. I thought everything would be fine from then on, but when I met Sarah and Jack again, they avoided my touch and barely spoke. I could tell they resented me, and Sarah outwardly accused me of leaving them. My heart broke, knowing Adam's poison was still there. So I decided to tell them my story, the real one, and I didn't hold back on the details. For the first time, they believed me and started crying and hugging me, saying, "We didn't know," over and over. We started therapy after that so we could truly heal. I returned to stable work, found supportive friendships, and watched my children laugh and get loud when I walked into a room. Today, we're still healing, but every day my children grow stronger and closer to me, and that simple progress is enough for me.